Okay, this is my playtester for ChatQuest. So I made another GPT to do that. Named it GPT Player Character. Okay. So it's been doing pretty good. I made a change to it today, and so it improves the fullness of the output, what a normal human would see. Okay, and then a few challenge. So then I started, instead of the game, just give it some challenges. There's a few specific ones I wanted to do. One, I wanted it to keep a captain's log. I chose to call it a captain's log to, remember where it's been. So it can be queried in a certain way, like by the name or by the code that was in that challenge, so on and so forth. Because it's been numbering the challenges all along. And I like that, but I just wanted it to have this function. So it created a captain's log, and then I had it summon a character, create a function to summon a character, and then the first character to be summoned would be Clarissa, who is a scribe to help keep the captain's log, and so on and so forth. Okay, that was done. And then I had it issue a command to Clarissa to enter everything that's happened so far into the log, and then list it. And it missed 5, so I had to hand scroll through and write them out and compare the lists. So there was 5 from number 13 through 17 were missing. So I got it through the captain to check the log and issue instructions, an NLP3 command to Clarissa to update the log, and so insert them, and then just change the numbering on the ones that should have been 18 to 22, because it had those entries. They were just numbered wrong because there was 5 missing. So it did it fine. It did an insertion, and then I did this challenge to relist the numbered challenges, and it did good. So it came up with the code: please provide an updated list of all the numbered challenges from the captain's log, including their names and a brief description. Okay. So when it says success, that means whatever command was issued was accepted. It was it could be compiled, interpreted, however you want to look at that, and ran. And so it ran. So it did it, and then it ran it. And I just checked the list, and it's all correct. Clarissa responds promptly, her quill gliding across the scroll as she compiles the complete and updated list of challenges. The list now correctly includes the inserted challenges and reflects the proper numbering. So 1 through the current one that it just completed. And I checked it for accuracy. It's accurate. This is a function that I've did on my own playthroughs previously, and sometimes it doesn't remember it. So I've asked it to make a map or keep a log, whatever. This time, between me and an AI playing through it, and then it worked. So there were some missing entries. We got it fixed. Boom. All right. Having fun. I will continue to see where this goes, and if it just seems to be repeating the same kind of functions or challenges, then I can easily ask it to do something newer, or go deeper to binary addings and bare metal, and or translating some natural language to Python code or so on and so forth. Or we could go to meta constructs, meta functions, functions that create other functions, and functions that you pass other functions through as parameters. And, which I haven't done the binary adding, but I have did some translation um, into other programming languages. But I want to really go up to the sky or space level, whatever you want to call it, to where you could have it take a piece of natural language programming code and check it for its presuppositions and just keep going until it's down to if we want to switch to languages, equivalents in languages that have where every individual letter is an actual word with a meaning and so on and so forth. It could go there. Anyways, somewhere along the line, I can get down to what's considered primaries and axiomatic concepts and such in philosophy. Yeah. So anyways, but that takes the appropriate amount of coffee, and I want to make sure this whole thing's working pretty good. I don't want to blow it up by getting it thinking too advanced when I have a lot of other stuff to test. I have done it where it's made a longer script, so it's not just one or two commands. And I want to explore that further. How much context can it handle at once? But there's several ways when you're dealing in an actual language, you can switch logical levels. It's just like in some of the game scripting languages and stuff. There can be like, here, let's use a simpler example. And some of the processing or P5 and so on and so forth, they'll have a command. It's called move or something like that. Well, it has this pre-function stuff it'll do with a default, but you can pass parameters through it. You can have something that's called color and so on and so forth. So, this isn't something new. You can work at a higher level with languages. And humans communicate that way often, and if you share a certain semantics, a certain frames of reference, two humans can talk, and they don't have to nail every little word down to understand each other, and technically understand each other also. So anyways, I don't see why computers can't do the same thing, and people talking with computers now that we have this level of AI. So anyways, enough on that rant. Okay. This was good.